That was a bit of a belt up the hill. I'm at Clent Hill. Never been here before. That's why I've had to sort of rush up the hill, because I don't know where I'm going, what I'm going to actually view. And it is a little bit of a scouting mission, to be honest. But I've seen a couple of compositions. Whether they're going to work or not is another thing, but we've got a lovely sort of viewing point at the top of the hill here. And it's really behind me that's going to get it. The sun's going to rise up behind me here, but it's this way that I'm looking for. And I'm assuming we've got the old Shropshire Hills, or the beginning of the Welsh Mountains in the distance. We've got this lovely low-lying mist with these little bits of mountains sticking up. Looks stunning, to be honest. So I'm going to go a little look round, see what I can find, but I might just get some images from here. Might just try and get one as the sun rises over this group of trees here, which might look quite nice, and then a couple of long range shots. I can't believe it's so early in the morning. There's actually so many people here. When I say many, about a dozen, half a dozen to a dozen families. I assume they've come up for sunrise. I don't bloody blame them at all. It's stunning. I think I've parked in the wrong place because I've had to walk up this steep hill. Hey-oh. Okay, let's get the camera out. Let's see if we can pick up some real long-range shots, I think, and then try and capture this sunrise as it comes up over the hill, and then we'll go a little scout round as the light hits the foreground. It's going to be a telephoto lens job. Not sure if I'm going to have the actual reach, but I can always crop it. So I'm going to go for a real minimalistic shot, to be honest. And we've got this lovely little mountain range that's just sticking up in the distance. Now I think I'm going to have to manually focus, because it's so much atmosphere. It's actually nothing to focus on. So I'm going to manually focus, and then we'll go from there. Just got to pick out what I'm actually going to focus on. It's so difficult because I can't see anything. Here we go. Somewhere there, infinity. Putting this mountain on the bottom third of the image, or just below it actually, because if I drop it down a touch more, I'm getting a little bit of foreground, even though that foreground might work. So I'm actually going to get that image first, I think. We'll get that F11 bracketed shot. What I'm liking about it is the actual atmosphere that I'm trying to capture. It's stunning. We've got 3 or 4 similar things, similar mountains that are just creating this lovely little bit of atmosphere all the way around, sort of 180 degree view of these mountains that are just popping out this mist, this morning haze. I'm going to do another shot with it, this mountain in the middle bottom third of the image, and I get that as well. That's beautiful. We've not got long before the sun comes up, and it could make it absolutely superb. If I've got any sort of issue is I've not got a long enough lens, but like I say, 42 megapixel. Hey, drop in. Gives me at least another 100mm without losing any detail in the image. If I knew the area better, I'm sure I could find some foreground to fit in. The only foreground I can see at the moment is, again, we've got this next mountain, which is just sort of pan round 30 degrees. And the foreground is this little bit of woodland that's in front of it. The thing is about that, when the light catches it, it could really work well, and it's gonna capture very, very shortly. I'm just wondering whether I should actually maybe go back up the hill. There's a lot of people, let me show you, a lot of people at the top here, up here somewhere, and they're waiting for the sunrise. How good's that? Someone's brought the families out to just watch the sunrise. Wow, well done, well done. I'm sure as soon as that sun bursts through, they'll be gone in 5 minutes. And they'll be going to walk around. But how good is that? Good parenting, well done. Okay, we have got a single, well, it's not single, but there's a birch tree here that may work with the sun behind it. I'm just trying to look at picking out elements. I can see another element in the distance here. It looks quite nice actually. We've got some sort of farm building, and it's a good way away. It's a good mile away on the other side of the next hill along. We're a little sort of, it's surrounded by woodland, but it's just on top of the hill there, and there's a sort of single tree next to it, and then this lovely landscape behind. That might work as well. Really, I think I've got to wait for some sort of light now. As you can see, it's a crisp, frosty morning up here, which may help as well. It's going to be pretty much a clear day at some point, as you can see, nice blue skies. So, right, okay, let's see what happens, and then react to that light, I think, is the best thing. Okay, so sun has rose, and it's now clipping the top of these trees, so I've set up the image. So we've got this nice warmth on the tops of these trees, and then we've got the cold mountain range behind, so there's a nice bit of sort of warmth and cold going on. So that could actually work quite nice. I'm not 100% sure. It's not, certainly not going to be a banger, but it's an image in the bag. It's one of them that I could like more when I get it back. Not sure what I am hoping for. I'm going to go walk around now, I think, really to sort of survey the area, have a look, see what we've got for another time. See what I can find. I know it's a good bluebell area. It'll be an early morning thing. Good thing is bluebells. When the bluebells come out, it's a 6 o'clock shoot. The problem with that is they're probably down in this dip. But yeah, good location for bluebells. Right, I think, get my camera back in the bag. We'll go a steady walk round. There's a lovely bit of woodland forest area here. We've got some, looks like evergreens, some Scotch pines down the back there. A lot all mixed in, so it's an interesting place, that's for sure. Right, let's move on. Got these lovely little crop of trees, and the sun's catching them. Just starting to catch them. The tops of the trees, the bottom's still in shadow. Bit of foreground that's in the light, and I'm going to see if I can get an image. The other thing I like about it is, and it'll only be a distant sort of part of the image, You'll only just notice them. But we've got a lovely sort of mountain in the background, but it's really the light on the trees that's pulling me to it. So I'm going to try and get an image. Yeah, I think it's going to be at least 70mm, so I'll leave the long lens on. We'll see if we can pick an image out of this. Oh, already know. I think it's going to work, and it's going to work really, really well. I think what I'm going to do is, right, problems I've got. Behind the group of trees is this sort of, it's not like this tree or this big bush, but what it's doing is it's sort of disturbing this group of trees. I can't isolate it unless I move over, down a little bit. I might do that. Might move just down a little bit. Let me try it. Okay, I've moved down there and got an image, but I don't think you could see me. Don't actually think it's going to make, I don't think it's going to make a hell of a difference, to be honest, because what is separating is we've just started to get a little bit of light on the lower parts of the tree, and then we've got this lovely group of trees behind that as well that the light's catching. Also like the diagonal foreground there with the light catching. It certainly represents this cold, frosty morning, and in the shade where I'm standing, just getting a little bit of sunlight on my face, as you can see, it's bloody cold. It is bloody cold. What's good about this place is all the little pathways and runways through, so you could potentially try and incorporate them. It's really is a beautiful place. So I'm actually photographing this group of trees here. This is the main subject. I love how the land comes up from left to right there, and then just behind the camera, if I just move you over, that's it, we've got another group of trees. Love this nice golden light that's hitting, and the golden light that's hitting these trees here. If I zoom in, you might see it a little bit better. There we go. So that's sort of the composition that I'm looking at, something similar to that anyway. But how nice does that look? Beautiful. Okay, yeah, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to see if I can pick this group of trees. Let me just come out. See if we figure out. I'm going to try and pick this group of trees out, or see what these look like from further up to the right hand side. So that's what we will do. So what has actually happened is we've gained a little bit of elevation, but what it has done is made me be able to incorporate the path just as a bit of a leading line through. So I've still got these two groups of trees with a lovely light hitting it. I'll catch that now. That's a nice scene. So now that the trees are on the sort of top third, we've got this sweeping pathway that's running through, the light's hitting the bank, crop of trees on the left third, left top third, crop of trees on the right top third, stepping into the image, into that beautiful vista beyond. Nice shot. Okay, I think now get the camera back in the bag and we'll go another little stroll around. Let's go. Oh, I've got a bloody lovely image here. Just gonna have to move the tripod because we've got the sun behind us just coming through these trees, and what it's actually creating is a big leading line up to this. So the line's coming in from sort of the left hand side going into the middle of the image. I'm not sure, I think I'm going to put it more like that, where it's coming in from the middle leading off to the right slightly, and then the sun's hitting this group of trees which I was photographing behind us up there. Wow, what a shot, I can't believe it. And as I turn around I've seen another one. So it's more wider angle now. Might even work portrait. I might do portrait to get rid of this little bit of mess either side, I think. But I've got to keep moving because I need to put myself in the shadow. I don't want to be part of that shadow, so it's quite difficult. So let me just try, because a portrait shot will extend that shadow even more, pointing down. Let's get that, yeah. And I'm gonna, we're getting a little bit of that sun haze coming through this group of trees behind. So I'm gonna turn around and get this now. What a morning, come on! I've got to admit, I did think, you know what, I wasted my time. I drove 50 odd minutes to get here. And it's never a waste of time. You might not get the image that you're looking for today, but you might get it tomorrow. And I can't see a blasted thing. Right, okay, I think I've got to move back a little bit. Yes, that's better. Watch the dog poop, so I don't pick the poop up. Okay, so we're shooting into the sun. I'm going to try and get a bit of a sunburst going on. So it's just a matter of placing the tripod, try and get that sun bursting through. And again, we've got these lovely leading lines and the shadows coming. Just turn around a bit. I'll show you in a minute. But it's coming through these. Just wondering whether better off. And obviously it's constantly changing all the time. The only thing it's done, I'm actually going blind to it because I capture that sun. It's so bright, it blinds me. Okay. So we'll just wait for this. Sure, yeah. Just wait for this dog walker to get out of the scene. And there we go. I'll get that image. Practice shot. Not sure if I'm getting the burst through the trees I actually want. So it's just a matter of just. There we go. 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 Stunning, absolutely stunning. I might try and get the sun more in the middle of this group of trees. I think that might work even better. Let's try. Just coming through there. Okay, let's just try this area. Bear with. Ah, that's sort of balanced the image as well, because we've got the lovely Okay, if I put it level, it doesn't quite look right, so I'm going to not put it level. I'm going to level to the ground, which is slightly sloping from left to right. And giving that, I know it's not going to look right when I get back in post, so I'd have to level it up, sort of thing. That's nice. That is nice. I'll get another shot of that. Like I say, we've got that little bit of sun haze behind it as well, which is nice. So this is a scene I've been trying to shoot, and all I'm trying to do is move to get that sun just poking through the trees there. But we're getting a lovely bit of atmosphere. Oop. But it stays these lovely leading lines as well. Oh yes, what a beautiful morning. Already met some lovely people. Almost tipped me off about coming when as an inversion. And bluebells down the first bit of walk through. That valley's full of bluebells apparently, which I had sort of known that, but yeah, it's good to get tipped off. So I made it to the top. It's not that bad, it's me. The views from up here would be stunning. Cloud inversion day. I think that's me done. I think I've done on this location, so hope you enjoyed it. Get my breath back. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.